Season 1. We'll be looking back at some great moments. I'll be giving you a little tour that I wasn't able to formally give you on the first day of the show. And we're just kind of looking at back. Also, this is also the Christmas special. So, if you're ready to rock and roll, let's roll. Hey, I just, before I'm actually going to give you a bit of a point of view tour. You're not going to have, like, you're not going to, like, be followed around me, but instead what you're going to have is you're going to have more of a thing of, I'll kind of be talking behind the camera and then I'll lead you through. But now let me just give a couple announcements. Of course, this past season we were able to do the golf cart for, my, sister Kari, her lap. That will actually have to be a redo. We are right now redoing the track. The quick lap for just the golf cart in general will stay. Also, I told you at the beginning of the series about my car and the Camaro. It was a loss. The car, it wasn't in the shape that it was bad, to say the least. And so instead, I told you about the ferret, and that's actually what I'm singing right now. And instead, we'll probably be showing a small amount about me actually building a ferret. I'll show you in a little bit the parts and what we have done on that car. But first, let's take a look at some highlights from what the golf cart's done and what I'm nicknaming the season of the golf cart, because we've done a lot on the golf cart this year. Okay, so after careful thinking, we have decided to bring it into the wilderness. Not really. So here we go. Let's see if she even starts. Uh-oh. And there's Dad. What is our luck?
He's coming back here.
And away. Okay, well, as you can see, we were able to get it out slightly, but then things went wrong. So this journey into the woods has turned into a journey into our imaginations.
Someone has to drive while I push.
Here we go.
Hit the gas.
Try to get out of here.
Just need a little bit of help so I don't have to push it on myself.
Here we go. We are pushing it back. So, come on. The mighty trooper is off. I can't.
I want to try it. Here.
Are you serious? You couldn't get on like this? So, let me drive.
Give me the camera. Fine, now stop the camera.
Okay, so. We made it.
Barely.
We just died.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Stop!
we're still going. We made it.
Here. I'm gonna need your help, Nate.
So with that, we will conclude this episode of Autovision. Okay, so let's just go a little bit more in depth about the ferret. This, as I said, was a car designed by my dad and grandpa. And this is actually the original one. This is the prototype. This is a car that my grandpa you owns. There's actually a second one that I thought I last heard was in Germany. That was my dad's car, and then he eventually sold that one. But this car is a mid-engine sports car. The engine is hidden right behind this plate right here, and it's a really the reason it's called the Ferris is it was a combination between the Corvette of the the late 80s and such, and also the Ferrari F40, one of the greatest cars that not just Ferrari but anyone ever made. Also continuing on, this is my grandpa's street rod. As you can see, it was one of the first things that he did, and it's always been a car that I've been interested in, is this street riding and what, it's not my favorite. I'm probably more of sports cars or muscle cars myself, but I think it's, it's something interesting that was done. My go-kart, we'll probably be having some challenges with these two go-karts in the next little bit. This is the, as we move along now, this is the race Viper, and this car was, once again, the GTR, one of the things that my dad did with the Dodge Viper. And this car, it's probably one of my favorite cars that we have. It's probably maybe my favorite car that we have here because it's a race car. This thing is, it's a GTR, it's a GT, it's a race car. It has, complete fiberglass body and everything in it, so I find that fun. Famous golf cart, which we use quite often on the show. And then my dad's 67 Camaro. Now it says 327 on the side, but he actually put a small black 350 in later, so that's actually a little deceiving. As you can see, it has the rally stripes in it, and he put 67 on it because it is the 1967 Camaro. He's had this car since he was 12, just like the age I got the old Camaro at. And if you're wondering where that one ended up, well, there you go. And now let's take a look at what other highlights could we possibly have to look at. Well, we've done the golf cart. We've seen a couple things from that. So how about we go to one of the best things that we did. Let's take a look at the race back in Mid-Ohio. Here's action from the Continental Tire Series on Autovision. And here is the said ferret. Hope you enjoyed those last clips from the Mid-Ohio race, remembering that. This is, as you can see, the ferret. Now, right now, there are two decisions that I'm going through, and that is whether it will either have a hard top, or whether or it will have a removable with a roof scoop probably and a wing, or if it will have a removable hard top. Once again, same mid-engine design. The hood is not correct on this car. This was another thing, front engine car they were looking at, but it would be covered over. There's a Viper SRT 10 convertible. Another cool car that we have through here. So, looking at it, just if you want a quick picture, this is something that I quick whipped up. This is what the car, if it does go into the Spider, would actually look like. And I think it's a very tough decision what should happen. I think it's going ahead Autovision. We are going to put more building and different, events or not events, but different things like that. Like when season 2 comes back in about a month or so. We're not going to be off for very long. Don't worry, month and a half. One of the things that we could do is actually building for this go-kart, my sister's. As you can see, it has the front bumper. Well, what I was thinking about doing is, what if we build a plow for it? It doesn't have reverse, so it's going to go wrong. So we'll see what happens from there. So I guess I've kind of given you a bit of a short grand tour. Sorry it's not as grand of a season finale. Remember, also watch the car, in-show season, Christmas season finale. Yeah, thanks for joining us today. And the one final thing is, Merry Christmas.